They run again on first down. Chubb, and able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
Here we go.
So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long.
56. Mike, 56. Right there.
To throw is Garoppolo. And this is going to be intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. Bear in mind they had 2 interceptions last week, but that was in 4 quarters. They've got 2 here in the first quarter alone.
And the unsung people in this streak, the pass rushers, because most of the time, they're the ones that affect things in the pocket for a quarterback, trying to throw the football, rushing them, getting them off their spot, harassing them, and that allows the defensive backs, the linebackers, to swoop in and make the picks downfield.
And they're swooping.
47 is the mic. Watch the run.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bradley Chubb able to record his 5th sack of the season. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
47 Mike. 47 Mike. Mike, 47. I'm coming. Real.
Mayfield. Man open, that's Damian Ratley. And he'll be out right at the 35. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
47 is the mic. 47.
Point it right. Hey, check
move.
Check Mike 47.
I got you. 47 is the mic. 47 is the mic.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. Flushed out right. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Duke Dawson picks it, and he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
56. Alpha. 56. Jati. Mike's 56. Mike's 56. You don't want none of that.
Garoppolo. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. On 3rd down, here's Lindsey. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Hey, Haywood. Check, 47. I got you, son.
From the gun, Mayfield. Got an open man, it's Ratley. A gain of 6 there on first. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
47's the mic. 47's the mic. It's going to be a long day.
To throw, Mayfield. Escaping the pressure right. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive.
Hey, alert, 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 alert. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Hurry. What's up?
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. A gain of 22.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
53's the mic. 53's the mic.
Hey, Echo.
Here I come.
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Watch the out. 53's the mic. 53.
Hey, seam 6. Watch out.
Mayfield to throw it. That's out to Chubb, complete. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. The Browns on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Mayfield down. And that is incomplete. So on 4th down, out comes the Browns kicker, Austin Seibert. The wind is at his back here in the 2nd quarter. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that will tie us at 3-3. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Here we go.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. The stop was made by Jannard Avery.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On second down, it's Lindsey. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And they pick up 25 as they convert on third. On first and 10, it's Lindsey. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Hey, whoa! Exit. 56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check, 56.
On 2nd and 9. Garoppolo got a man open. It's Sutton. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It's a first down following a gain of 3.
They had yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but third and short definitely was a great time to dial one up.
White. 56, Mike, 56. Wildfield. 56 to Mike. Hey, Mike 7. 56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check, 56.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Now it's Lindsey. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. The Broncos on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check, 56. Watch the run. They're running it. Mike's 56. Mike's 56. 56. Mike, 56. Right there.
From the gun on third, Garoppolo. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain of 26 on the third down conversion. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
21. Check, 56. Oh, you got D? Mike, 56. Mike's 50. Hey, Delta. I got him. 56.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Open man here is Hamilton. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
And it's third down.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5.
56 to Mike. 56 is the Mike. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. 56 to Mike, boy. 56. Go. I smell fear in that offense. I smell fear in that offense.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And the ball is knocked out. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Hey, 133.
Mayfield now after the fumble recovery. Eluding the pressure right. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mayfield. Finding Green complete. A gain there of 21 yards. First down, Mayfield. Flush to his right. He's got Green. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Mayfield with it once more. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Check 9. Run. Bravo.
And again, it's Mayfield. Forced out to his left. They'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
A first red zone opportunity for the Browns thus far. It's 1st and 10 from the 12.
Regular. Chance. Up. Got.
Going to the air again with Mayfield. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long.
Hey, Foxtrot.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Seibert's kick is good. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway.
That's it, baby. We're going to work. Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Here's Mayfield. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Just like that. Check.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. 3rd and short yardage. Mayfield being chased out left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Olivier Vernon coming in with some force for the sack that time. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Here we go.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. On first down, Lindsey. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
On 2nd and 7, Garoppolo. And that's complete to the tight end, Hireman. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 38-yard line.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 38. They run on 1st down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Give him 3 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Here we go. 180! Come on.
A run with Lindsey out of the gun. And he's going to get the 1st down as they bring him down at the 23. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Hey, alert! 56.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Got a man that's complete to Hamilton. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
11. 56 is the mark. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Garoppolo. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. And that'll be marked down as their 1st sack of the game.
Well, they had 6 last week. And this offense did its homework, didn't it? Because they saw all that pressure, and they really worked hard to tamp it down and beat it back. And they did a great job in the first half. But now they've gotten their first sack here in the second half. Look out. They'll try to increase the pressure.
On 3rd down, it's Lindsey. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
It's been a struggle this entire game trying to move the ball on the ground. But every now and then you find a little chink in the armor, and that type of run right there lets them know that they can't stop every single run for almost no gain.
So another good job defensively because they've allowed 3 trips into the red zone, but only the 2 field goals.
Yeah, that's the bend but don't break, isn't it? And they really didn't get broken at all because if you're running off the field having allowed 2 field goals and 3 trips in the red zone, you've actually come out ahead.
Yeah, flip it over to the other side. The offense, they'll hope to cash in for 6 next trip. The Browns drive about to get started. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Following the penalty, Chubb. That's good for a Cleveland 1st down, an 11-yard pickup.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
Wilson with a 1st down carry. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Crunch time, defense.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. And we're back now here in Cleveland. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. A run for Nick Chubb. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hurry! Hey, alert 33. Here we go again. Hey, Charlie. 52. Watch 52. 52's the mic. They can't hang with us. No. Check that. We want Mike 52.
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield flushed out right. That is caught by the former Gator Antonio Callaway. And he'll be out of bounds. 25 yards that time.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Check.
They'll give it to Chubb. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. The lone man in the backfield here is Chubb on 2nd and goal. Mayfield now. Escaping the pressure right toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off.
5-2's the mic. Mike 5-2. Mike 5-2. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. Hey, Mike 52.
Now Mayfield on 3rd and goal. Eluding the pressure right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to break our 4th quarter tie. Seibert able to knock this one through. And they take the lead here as it's now 9-6. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Here we go.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Here's a run on 1st down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1.
Here we go.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. You ain't got nothing.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. Wide open receiver complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a 1st down.
Here we go.
Garoppolo now, 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on 1st down.
21. 56 to Mike. Let's go, D. Tighten up. 57.
Here's Garoppolo to throw. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Here's Lindsey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
Hey, gun. I got them.
56 is the mic. Let's go.
13.
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 out of first. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense, and they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right.
It's third down and 6.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down.
Point it right. Hey, Alpha.
47 is the
Now Chubb. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Seibert's kick is good. And they double their lead, pushing it up now to 12-6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
Here we go.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
56 to Mike. 56.
Back to throw. And he'll find Hall. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Obviously a big first down right there.
Yeah, they still got to hustle. They got to get up to the line of scrimmage and get set. But I don't think necessarily you need to spike it. But they've got to continue to move quickly.
Here we go.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Mike's 56. Mike's 56. Bound to lose one.
Hey, gun.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. Watch the pass.
They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, as it turned out. Couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Good shot, baby. That's a big shot.
He's back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47, and they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. You got the slim lead late and the football, so why are you throwing it there?
Remember during the year when we asked one of the head coaches, if you're in this spot, why would you throw the ball? And he talked about trusting his quarterback and trusting his offense.
But still.
And then at the end he kind of went, yeah, not really a good reason.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. That one into the hands of Hamilton. Give them 14 yards there and a Denver first down. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
Here we go. 180. Right there, 56. Hey. I got you. Here I come. 65. I got you, son. You're all mine, baby. Get this. You're all mine. Hey, Seam 6. 56 is the mic. 56 is the mic.
Garoppolo to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
56. Coming to you. 56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. Here we go.
Back to throw. Garoppolo. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Jannard Avery in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
Wait.
Back to throw. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. 2 huge plays there down the stretch. The sack on second down. Now they force the incompletion. That's going to lead to a do-or-die fourth down.
And they look like they've got the confidence right now that no matter what gets thrown against them, whatever play gets run, they have the ability to shut it down. They're just brimming with it right now.
56. Mike's 56. Hey. 56. Mike, 56.
Garoppolo to throw for it on fourth. Got a man open. It's Sutton. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Down to one knee goes Mayfield, and that's all she wrote.
A loss of a yard brings up second and 11 at their 49-yard line.